Welcome to episode 83 of Cougs on Cougs. This is Jess, I'm Mary, and we are off of our bye week. Woohoo!
Thank goodness.
Yes. We've got a lot to get to, jam-packed show, but let's start, as always, with our notable quotable.
This is from Walt Disney. The difference between winning and losing is most often not quitting. So that could make a big difference in our games coming up.
Yep,
Can't quit yet.
You know, we've been talking about a lot of moral victories, left what went right out of coaching from the couch last week, but we're still trying to keep that positive vibe, and we just really hope the team is going with this mentality, because if you just lay down and die, it certainly is not going to get any better, right? We'll get into our first segment, which is one of our faves, Along the Trail to Fame and Glory. We are doing one for Logan, even though it's just up the street, and Jess, who do we have coming on?
Ryan Petersen is on, and he is at True Aggie Fan on Twitter, so he is a pretty notable Utah State fan in the BYU Twitter world. He's a good guy. He lives here in Springville.
Former colleague of Jess's.
Yep, we work together, and he's been to tailgates before BYU games and all that.
Yeah, you probably know who he is.
Yeah, but he's a diehard Aggie fan, so we wanted to have him come on and talk about his hometown.
So here's that.
All right, we want to welcome in Ryan Petersen.
Hello.
At True Aggie Fan on Twitter. He is our Logan, Utah expert. So ahead of BYU Utah State on Friday night, he's going to tell us a few things to do and a few places to eat.
Yes, this is for those of you who are making a day trip up, or if you're making a long weekend out of it, which we always recommend. Football's a great excuse to do that. So Ryan, why don't you start us out with a few things to do in Logan?
So if you go up there early, one of the fun things to do is the hike up Logan Canyon called the Wind Cave hike. It's pretty easy. It's a couple miles. But you get some great views of Logan Canyon. If you go up there, it's really easy to find. Just head up the canyon. There's a campsite called Gueneva Malibu campsite, and it's as you're going up the canyon, it's on the left-hand side, just across the street from that campground. There's a trail marker sign. You walk up, and it's some great views. You get up the top.
So it's easily marked?
Yeah.
Is it like paved? So could kids do it easily?
Kids could do it.
It's
not paved, but it's really well maintained.
Okay.
So kids could do it. I mean, it's rated as a moderate hike. I've gone up there on dates before. It was easy. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I mean, take some water, obviously, but couple miles up the hill. The first time I ever did it, I think I was a 9-year-old Cub Scout. So
nice.
Easy hike. Hike.
Such history you have.
There you go. Grew up there, born and raised. So.
And you heard it here first. Great date spot. So
yeah, there you go.
To the game, take a hike before.
I imagine there's nice fall colors.
There is. Yep. The
Probably
fall colors
so.
really nice. You actually might see some snow right there, given what I've seen. But
oh boy.
But
hopefully
no, it's. I'm sure it's decent colors there.
What else can we do up there?
Well, if you go to Logan, you have to get Aggie ice cream as well. Absolutely.
I have done that.
BYU Creamery's fiercest competitor.
Yeah, I don't think it's like even a contest.
Whoa, we don't think it's a contest either.
See, but we get made fun of. I mean, we're the dairy school.
You are.
That is true.
You know, that's
fair.
That's what we get thrown at as farmers. If we can't do the ice cream right, we're doing something wrong.
Okay, and I will say, you guys do the ice cream right. It's delicious.
That's good.
Good stuff. You get cheese curds up there too. I mean,
What's your favorite
cheese
Aggie ice
curds.
cream flavor, and where do you get it? Anywhere in Logan?
So you can go to Macy's and get it.
Okay.
It's a little expensive. There is a actual creamery up there on campus.
Okay.
My favorite is called Cookie Fudge, and it's Oreo cookies inside chocolate ice cream.
I can get behind that.
Sounds pretty good.
You know, Aggie Blue Mint is another solid choice. Lemon
Blue
custard
mint instead of green.
Yeah. So no,
smart.
you can't go wrong.
What else?
And then if you're going up for a longer time, you got kids and stuff. Again, going with the dairy farmer theme, there is the American West Heritage Center. It's kind of a working. It used to be called the Jensen Historical Farm, and for some reason my family, we would always call it the Hysterical Farm, because we actually did have friends who were farmers, so we thought it was kind of a joke. But it's actually really kind of cool. There's a lot of history and some museums and stuff out there. You can check that out. That's as you're coming into town. If you're coming I-15 over Brigham City, it's just before you get into town on the west side of the road.
So it's a farming museum?
Yeah, so there's farm, there's animals and stuff there, and then kind of the history of, you know, farming and such in Cache Valley. So
that's a great thing to do with kids.
It's a lot of fun. It's great for kids. This time of year, there's a lot of stuff to do for kids too. There's a little train ride you can take around.
Cute.
A lot of stuff you can do with kids up there. So
hey, all of that sounds great. Now, our favorite part?
Favorite part, food.
Food.
Where should we eat?
So the first place that I listed on the list is actually really close to campus. Don't laugh. It's Indian food, and it's in a gas station. It's called Tandoori Oven.
I'm trying not to laugh.
No, it's spectacular. And the food, like, they keep encroaching on the convenience store side because it's always so busy that they just kind of keep whittling away at the gas station side.
What gas station is it?
It's a Sinclair station.
Okay.
It's just west.
Incidentally.
Yeah, just west of the stadium. So the actual address is 1111 North, 800 East.
Okay.
But if you take 10th North, it kind of jogs and then turns into 1100 North.
Best
right
Indian
there.
food you've ever had.
It's hands down.
Okay.
Sounds amazing.
It's really good.
I'm Indian, so I'm like a tough critic here,
Sure.
and I'm like, I need to go try it. But listen, if any Indians go up there, let me know. I need this verified.
No, it's really good.
All right, what else?
Okay, another one. If you're not really into Indian food, there's a place called Jack's Woodfire
So
Pizza
if you're crazy, but anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's Jack's Woodfire Pizza Oven. That's right there on Main Street, 256 North Main. That's some pretty good pizza. My brother used to work there, and
I love that.
That's good food there.
It's actually wood-fired.
Yep, it is.
Do you have a third recommendation for us?
Third recommendation, if you want a sandwich, one of the better sandwiches you've had, there's a place called Logan's Heroes. Total dive. Total dump. You're going to walk in.
Those are the best sometimes.
Well, and you're going to wonder how many health code violations Hamid has had there.
Oh, dear.
If you go in, just say Ryan Petersen sent you, and he will remember you forever.
Oh my goodness.
I had a guy I sent up there who's a sheriff's deputy. Told him to go up there, and then I didn't go up until about 6 months later. And as soon as I walked in, the guy who owns it, his name is Hamid. He's Iranian. He remembers everybody and everything.
Oh.
And as soon as I walked in, hey Ryan, thanks for the business. Thanks for sending the cops into here. I like those guys.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah,
I
Hamid
love
right
that.
there. And then a little fun fact about this Total Dive building. My grandfather used to own that building. It was a bar called the Tap Room at one time. So,
wow.
Amazing.
yeah. So,
Love
and then
that.
That's cool.
and then there's the two Logan staples, just kind of as a bonus.
Yeah, bonus, definitely.
Angie's or Herm's Inn. But if you go up and you want to eat at Herm's, they only do breakfast and lunch. So you got to get up there earlier. Herm's is on Canyon Road, and Angie's is there on Main Street, like 8th North, I think. So.
Yeah, and those I think are the two more mainstream options, so I was really happy to hear about these other three that I really haven't heard of. But Angie's, we do need to mention, they have it's called the kitchen sink.
The kitchen
Tell
sink.
us about that real quick.
So it is a giant banana split brought out in basically a replica kitchen sink. I think it's like 6 bananas and like 20 scoops of ice cream.
goodness.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Are they open late, so whether we need
They
to
are.
drown our sorrows or celebrate?
I'm guessing a 5-2 score. I'll let you decide who is 5 and who is 2 at the end of that
5-2.
game.
We did want to ask
boy.
you about that before we let you go, seriously, though, because we don't know. I mean, all I know about Utah State is that they scored 61 points last week, which I know was against SJSU, but we have not scored 61 points against anyone.
We have not even gotten close
I don't
to
think
that.
we've scored 61 points. No, we haven't scored 61 points
Our
combined.
most was, what, 24?
20.
What? Portland State? What was that?
20.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So, anyway, maybe just give us, like, a brief overview of the Aggies and let us know how you think it's going to go. I'm interested in that.
I have no idea what to think about this team
5-2.
because
Are they a bit bipolar?
well, they're ridiculously bipolar, but at the same time, I mean, so game number 1 we play at Wisconsin.
Right.
10-10 going into halftime.
That was amazing. We didn't do that.
No, and the crazy part about it was really we should have gone in 7-3 or 10-3, excuse me, but threw a pick 6, and then we went into halftime, and I think they realized they were playing big boy football in a big boy league in a big boy stadium, and then just got blitzed.
Yeah, they did.
Lost
They did.
58-10.
Yep.
But nobody really expected that win, so no big deal. Next week, Idaho State. We did to Idaho State what you should do to Idaho State. And I don't know what to think about Idaho State because then the next week they turned around and beat Nevada.
They did do that.
Right.
So I don't know what to think about that one. Then we travel all the way across country to
Yeah.
Wake Forest. That was a dumpster fire of a game, and we just got completely destroyed. No idea there. We got killed.
By a mid-tier ACC team.
Yeah.
Okay.
so
Weird.
no idea there. And then San Jose, which is terrible, who played Utah the week before and just got blown up there.
Yep.
But I will say, we hit a 52-yard field goal in that game. Utah State does not have a field goal kicker. get your food storage together because I think Jesus is coming soon. We scored 61 points on the road and hit a 52-yard field goal.
Yeah.
I really don't know what to think about this team. We're terrible against pressure defenses. BYU's got a good defense.
Theoretically.
So I don't know. So 5-2.
So you think
somebody's going to get a safety.
Be weird.
Yeah, it's going to be a weird game.
Okay. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So it was a bye week last week, but we did get some massive news.
We beat bye.
We definitely beat
with
bye.
This
was totally unexpected too. BYU announced with a very simple tweet on their account. That we've got some caffeine coming to campus.
You buried the lead there.
We buried the lead. Sorry, a picture of a can, and it just said it's happening. So we kind of decided we would round up all of the tweets and do another tweets from last night's segment.
Yes.
It was a pretty amazing day on Twitter that day.
It was one of those days that you're always going to remember on Twitter, and you couldn't stay off Twitter because every time you refresh it, there were just more hilarious tweets.
Oh man.
So we know you guys have probably seen a lot, but me and Jess just narrowed it down to a few of our favorites, and maybe some of the either lesser known ones or ones that are worth repeating.
For sure.
So my first one came from this KSL reporter, Caitlin Birchill, who all the news stations went down to BYU and covered it as they should have.
And it went national.
It was national news.
It was insane.
It was on NPR. So anyway, KSL reporters on campus. She said this awesome BYU employee has been busy. He says they can't keep the caffeinated soda on the shelves. And you've got the pictures of the guys wheeling in carts full of caffeinated soda. And I believe it. That's just crazy.
I think a lot of people from off campus came just to buy it on the first day.
Just to be part of history.
For sure.
Okay, my next one comes from Cougars on Twitter. He posted this picture of the dining.byu.edu. It straight up crashed. So I feel like a lot of people thought it was a prank or an April Fool's joke, even though it's September, but no one believed it. So everyone was going, that has got to be easily the most traffic the dining website has ever seen.
I know, well, because that's where they put their Q&A about decisions.
Yes. I haven't read it. Have you?
Yeah, I read through it.
Okay, well, is
a lot
it
of
worth
history
reading?
there.
Okay, all right.
It's kind of interesting.
I also wanted to include this one from Time Magazine just to further reinforce the point of how truly national this went. Pretty much every major news outlet had something or other about it. Time said BYU now sells caffeinated soda on campus, and people are freaking out, and that is true. My last favorite one, this is just from someone I actually know personally, and it's making fun of that Mormon myth, talking about everyone in heaven bowing down to people in our generation, which, by the way, if you didn't know, is a complete myth. She said, "A hush will fall in every corridor in heaven, and all will bow at your presence when they hear you graduated BYU at the time of no caffeine." And we just had to, give a shout out to ourselves because we're going to be part of that crowd now that did it without caffeine and just did law school without caffeine. So major props.
No, that's not true. I had plenty of caffeine during law school. I just didn't buy it on campus.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Okay, what are your fibs?
All right. This one was from Christopher Jones, and I just thought it was funny because he says, "Did I just buy the first ever caffeinated Coke Zero Sugar sold in BYU's Wilkinson Student Center?" Yes, I did.
And I think he was one of the first ones who did. That was one of the first pictures I saw. Campus in the background, gotta love it.
That's something that, when you have those, tell us an interesting thing about you. I would use that one forever.
Absolutely.
This is from Hazy Sky, is her name on Twitter. She says, "I never thought this day would come with a picture of a Coke bottle with the Y in the background. I just thought it was a nice picture, so I wanted to share it."
It is a beautiful picture.
Some of the athletes got in on this.
Yes.
And I saw a few of them that were like, "That's not healthy," and whatever, thanks to
Kyle Collinsworth?
Yes.
And his indoctrination?
Yep. So Dalton Nixon, I thought was funny, got in on this and said, "Do I have to show ID?" And the BYU Twitter account did a really good job replying to people all day.
They did.
Pretty funny, but they replied and said, "For you, yes, no one else." So sorry, Dalton, you have to keep your ID handy, I guess.
I love that one.
Haley Brooks, I follow on Twitter, and she's in law school at BYU right now. And she said, "I said I would never drink caffeine until BYU offered it, thinking it would never happen. So today I drink my words." And then if you follow those tweets, she actually live tweets her first time drinking caffeine.
How did it go?
Pretty good. My
so
favorite was the last one. She said, "This is going to be great during finals. I feel so alive."
Oh my gosh.
So I thought
That's
that was
hilarious.
funny.
It's like one of those when pigs fly things, except now pigs are flying. So.
And then my last one is actually from Mike Littlewood. So ESPN 960 Sports tweeted out, "Are you more likely to go to a BYU sporting event now that caffeinated beverages will be offered?" And Mike Littlewood, who's the head baseball coach, said most definitely. So I agree with him. I, for one, cannot wait for that first football or basketball game to go purchase my caffeine, especially for those late ones or the 9 p.m. tip-off games.
Oh, hello.
Basketball.
Yeah, basketball. We get some late football ones and we get some late basketball ones just being on the West Coast, so it'll be great.
Yep. So if we can get Dr. Pepper someday, I'll be happy. But for now, this will do.
And like everyone said, this is the cure for our offensive woes, so we'll see. So I did see another funny tweet that said that, if BYU miraculously starts playing better, we know why. So there you have it, our tweets from last night. All right, it's time to end with Talk of the Town. Bear with me, I have sick voice here. Okay, so we're going to start with this tweet from Dalton Nixon, who said, "Great show today with Yo Child 22. And they're on the BYU Sports Nation set. And they look very chummy. They look like they could host it. I loved it.
I was surprised too. They look good. I
definitely did a double take. So I don't really know, we tweeted out Elijah's latest vlog, and we definitely recommend going to watch it. But the players had some sort of media day where they just did a bunch of interviews, filmed stuff for intro videos and stuff. So I don't know if this is like a Sports Nation commercial or what, but I want to know.
Definitely watch Elijah's vlog, though, because the one thing I noticed watching it is that already you can tell this team is having a lot more fun than they did last year.
We're big on team chemistry.
Yeah, so that is pretty nice to see. Speaking of, BYU Basketball Media Day is going to be October 5th this year, so less than 2 weeks away, next Thursday.
Practice starts Friday, Media Day next Thursday. It is upon us.
Get excited. This was really fun to see, too. So Eric Mika has been really good about posting on his Instagram story. So if you're not following him, you should be.
He has a cute new dog. Lilo.
He does. Yep. So he posted this picture of him and Tyler Haas together.
On his story, but not on his Instagram, on his story.
Right. So you might have missed it. So yeah, they're together. I think their teams actually played each other, it looked like. Mm-hmm. It's in Italian.
I think Tyler's playing over in Italy now, and anyway, they were able to meet up, so we love to see them together.
Oh, that's cool.
Also, together, Coach Rose and Coach Lacombe, this is them in Glens Falls. So what does that post say?
Yeah, so they were in Glens Falls to watch Joe Girard III, who is like their leading scorer right now.
Second.
Yeah, at Glens Falls High School. So pretty cool that they are following him, trying to get him out to BYU. And yeah, so they were there. They stopped by Jimmer's parents' house in Glens Falls, visiting with them.
Jimmer said that's where it all started.
Yep. Love it. Cool to get that picture of them all together again.
All right, moving on from basketball. Oh, apparel. We love apparel.
Of course. This is a new shirt, new brand, RoyalArmyBrand.com. They had some pretty interesting stuff on there. This is a good one. QBU, and they came to pass.
It's really good.
It's a good one.
We love the clever stuff people do to get around the trademark infringement.
Yeah. Yep, so check that out. RoyalArmyBrand.com.
Yeah, we'll link to it. Also in apparel news, we have this tweet from Erica Barrett that Bonnie Fuller retweeted. That's how we saw it. It said, "My son turned 1, so I made him a shirt," and they tagged Bonnie Fuller, and Bonnie Fuller is on this baby's shirt, and it is legendary.
It's pretty cute. Love that. Okay, let's go back to football stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this last Monday, I guess it was actually after the Wisconsin game that they talked about it, and then on Monday they held a players-only meeting that Fred Warner organized. He had a meeting with the captains right after the Wisconsin game, and they had it Monday morning. Apparently went for about an hour or so. And he said, "You'll see a different team this week."
I think they just really, really needed a reality check and some boosted morale. And both Jess and I were just really impressed that Fred had, the leadership sense to do this. That's a good senior captain.
Yeah, for sure. Very happy to see that he cares, I guess.
Speaking of players we love, we will get to our little mini keeping up with the Cougs here that we started to include in Talk of the Town. Jordan Leslie had an amazing one-handed grab for the Browns. So he only had one target, and this was it. It was a 26-yard catch. It got them to the 2-yard line where they were able to score a touchdown. But we're just... Well, and I don't think that we even got to mention that Jordan Leslie got moved up to the Browns' active roster after they had cut him. So
yeah, they'd cut him, and then they re-signed him to the practice squad, and then they put him on the active roster, and then he played in the game and had this amazing
such a
catch.
roller coaster ride for these guys. That's basically exactly what happened to Kai, who is still with the Browns. So we're just and Jordan Leslie, played for us in 2014, so it's been a longer road for him, obviously, than it has for Kai, and he's bounced around with Vikings and other teams, and hopefully
he posted too that he was sleeping on his brother's couch and thought it might be the end for him, and then they called him up and re-signed him. So. Congrats to Jordan. That is cool. Joe Thomas posted, "White pants after Labor Day, bold move, Mr. Kainakua." And there's a nice picture of him. Nice blazer and the white pants.
He looks pretty good.
He looked good. I like his hair and his beard. So, I don't know. I guess that's bold.
He is bold. Are we surprised?
No.
Also, making waves in the NFL, of course, Kyle Van Noy was the Patriots' leading tackler on Sunday. Great news. He had 11 total tackles, 9 solo. That's a good night, and the Patriots did win.
Yeah, he's amazing. This was also cool. So the Saints are in London right now.
Yeah, they're having games in London all the time.
Yeah. Drew Brees actually posted on his Instagram, "Headed to the Arsenal game in London, our first Premier League game, pumped," and right in the middle, Mr. Taysom Hill.
And I saw another picture that I think the soccer club tweeted out where Taysom and Drew were next to each other. But it's just cool to see Taysom Hill on Drew Brees' Instagram.
Yeah, that's
very
whoa. Cool. Hopefully he had a good time in London. I want to see all those tours and hey,
Taysom's been inactive, but at least he still got to go to London.
That's true. Good point.
As for what's next, we have, like we said, Utah State coming up. So that will be on Friday. It is at 6 p.m. So you have plenty of time to get up there. You'll probably have time before and after to get up there and do stuff. And we forgot to mention, tweet us your pictures. We love to see when you guys do the stuff that we recommend. And also so we can live vicariously. We will be watching on CBS Sports Network. Ugh, those Mountain West contracts. This is that one game a year where we have to deal with that crap again.
It's all right. Mary's going to come watch it at my house.
Yep, party. If you're going, wear Royal.
Sponsors this week, we are sponsored by Bam Bam's Barbecue, not just for the great barbecue, but also for introducing one of our favorite couples, Matt Hadley and Chloe Hadley.
I had no idea.
I didn't either, but they both posted, actually, Chloe posted screenshots of their text messages with Cam.
Of them getting introduced.
Yeah, he actually put Chloe and Matt in a group text and basically was like, "Hey, have you heard about my friend Matt?"
Cam knew they were going to get married. For our second sponsor, so excited about this. Short Shorts, they're back in full force. We loved this. Zach Sellius tweeted out a picture of he and his girlfriend Brianna Chase because they had their basketball things going on, and we just had to point out that his shorts are shorter than her shorts.
Like significantly
as they should be. Is he triple rolling? He used to double roll. I think we might have escalated.
I know. Can I say when I saw this, I didn't realize how much I missed it and how much I missed Zach. So I'm so excited he's back.
May you always stay loyal to the white and blue. For Jess, I'm Mary. We'll see you next week.